one take, one shot. This is the Raw review where I do it immediately following Raw, so you get my raw, no pun intended, visceral reaction. I can't go to sleep and be like, you know what, maybe that wasn't as bad as I thought it was. No. And I don't get to listen to any YouTubers either. So this is how I felt the moment I turned off the show. All right, so what did I think, though? What did I think? It was good. It was a good Raw. It was a very, very good Raw, and it started off hot. Actually, it started off like cringe, and then it became hot. Cringe because Triple H is such a freaking egomaniac. I'm going to spend a little bit of time on this, but I want to get past it because, you know what? I don't want to even give Triple H any more airtime than he already takes from the WWE audience. Like, the dude, like, he appears, he's the first thing we see. And it's like he talks for 8 to 10 minutes about how John Cena is awesome and great. We already know that. Just, we want to see John Cena. And then John Cena comes out and Triple H stays in the ring the entire time. And I already know what people are going to say. Oh, he stayed in the ring because he had to make the match with Dominik Mysterio. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. How many times do we have two people get in the ring, face off each other, and then Adam Pearce comes out and says, all right, you guys want a match? All right, let's do it right now. Later tonight, whatever the case may be. Triple H did not have to be out there. That's the justification for him to be out there because Triple H knows that this was a big show with lots of eyes on the product, and he is such a glory hog. And you're like, I think you're reading too much into it. Then why is he on the freaking WrestleMania 42 promo? He's the first thing you see in the WrestleMania 42 promo. Oh well, he's the boss. Vince McMahon didn't do stuff like that unless Vince McMahon was literally an on-screen character, and Triple H is not. So Triple H is such a glory hog, but let's just put that aside. Triple H is going to be here the whole time, and John Cena, he comes out, the Unseen 17 comes out, and he starts to say thank you to everybody. It's just so nice and refreshing to hear John Cena talk, and I'm gonna miss it. He did reveal something though about the tournament. No, not just the tournament. The last night on Saturday's main event. It's gonna be a night where there's an open challenge to all NXT people because it's reminiscent of when John Cena debuted on the main roster. Kurt Angle did an open challenge, and that's where John Cena came out, kickstarting the Ruthless Aggression era, which sadly we're now in the Ruthless Depression era. Thank you, Drew McIntyre, and I believe Bobby Monsoon for coining that phrase. But yeah, so on the last show, we're going to have superstars challenging NXT people to see if they can rise up, step up. Wonder if we'll get Ricky Saints, who is the NXT champion, this championship right here. And I don't know if Ricky Saints will be on. I doubt his belt will be on the line, but this belt right here is on the line right now because I'm going to give it away at 20,000 subscribers on my quest to quit my day job. I'm giving away a belt. You can pick any belt you've ever seen on my shoulder. You can pick once I hit that 20,000 magic number. How do you win? All you got to do is comment below, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell, ding, 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 notification, and you can win said belt right here. It's not a toy, it's a replica. All right, let me just put this down real quick and back to the thing. This is the thing where this is currently the thing, and I'm back to it. The review. That's what it is called, a review. Sorry, sometimes I forget words. All right, so John Cena is cutting his promo, thanking blah, 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 saying everything's great, awesome, and the crowd is loving John Cena, and they should. Then Dominik comes out, and he goes right up to Triple H. And the funny thing is, Dominik isn't really, like, addressing John Cena. He's just, like, mad about last week. And then John Cena gets mad that Dom is interrupting him. And he says, I'll tell you what, I'll give you one chance to leave out of respect for your father. There's the respect word. It's even infected John Cena. Uh-oh. But, yeah, so he gives Dom the respect to leave, and then Dom says, listen, the grown-ups are talking. You can sit back there. It was funny, too, because in one sentence, like when he first gets there, he basically calls John Cena an old man. And then now he's calling him a child. So like Dom's all over the place in a good way, in a delusional way. And it was good also that the fans booed him. They actually booed Dominik Mysterio here, and that was the right call. Loved it, loved it, loved it. And it was probably because he was facing up against John Cena. And back and forth they went. It was very, very entertaining. And then Dom does say, I'll beat you any place, anytime. And John Cena's like, I'm invincible right now. I'm invincible here. He should have called himself Super Cena, just for us old school fans or old timers, but he didn't, whatever. And then Triple H gets in and says, you guys want to fight? Let's do it. Intercontinental match right here. I do like that call. I do like that call. Something good came out of Triple H's giant ego, but he was not needed. He was not needed there. And then you might be like, oh, well, Chop, didn't you say that Dominik Mysterio didn't come out to interrupt John Cena? He came out because of last week. So what? John Cena could have been giving his speech by himself, no Triple H. Dominik could have cut him off and was like, nobody wants to hear you. Nobody wants to hear you. You can leave now. I need to say something. I need to talk about my deadbeat dad. Then they could have confronted each other, and then Adam Pearce, not Triple H, Adam Pearce should have came out and said, you guys do a match right now. Anyways, the match starts. It starts off good. Dominik got a lot of offense. This is probably the strongest Dominik has ever looked, because not only did he get a lot of offense in, but against John Cena. John Cena definitely did a lot of putting him over. But at the end of the day, Dom will lose. There was a cool sequence when Dom tried the Eddie Guerrero trick where he throws John Cena the belt, he passes out, then John did the same thing, and the ref's like, what's going on? And one time the ref's looking at Dom to see, are you awake? What's going on? I don't understand. And John Cena lifts his head and winks at Dominik Mysterio, so that was funny. But when it's all said and done, and I have a reaction on the Shorts channel, John Cena wins, unseen 17, with the number one, his first ever Intercontinental Championship. And funny, on X, Kofi Kingston actually tweeted, welcome to the club, kid. Took you long enough. So that was funny, saying that to John Cena, because this is his first ever Intercontinental Championship. But now he is a Grand Slam champion, and he gets to celebrate in his hometown of Boston, so that is a huge W. This is how his retirement tour should have been this entire time, but no, we got that that stupid heel turn back in March, and we had to deal with it for a while now. Hopefully I didn't just get blurry. The TVs just went out. If it's blurry right now, it'll stop being blurry in a second, so just keep with me. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, sometimes when my TVs go to sleep, it causes the lighting to shift, and then the camera sometimes loses focus of me. Sorry, I don't know. It's one take, one shot. I got to keep all this in there. So then we come back from commercial, and John Cena's in the back. Everyone's congratulating him. He tells Rey Mysterio he's a good kid, just a little brash or something. I forget what he said. And Rey was like, he had it coming. Rey actually put on X, LOL, when he lost. And then we also had Cody shows up, and there's this moment because, obviously they had their issues earlier in the year, and he says, hey, the champ is here, and he's like, I wouldn't have missed it. So at least they do explain why Cody Rhodes was present tonight, because he will show up later as well, but it's kind of lame that he shows up anyways. We did have an LA Knight promo too, an LA Knight promo, more like LA Knight nope promo, in that it was during the commercial break for the United States, because they don't see certain things. They get extra commercials because, yay, you live in the U.S. But LA Knight gives his speech of everything, how he's going to be in the tournament, and how now he gets a shot at the Intercontinental Championship if he wins. That's a big if. But here's the thing. Why wasn't LA Knight on the main show? Like, for real, the guy should be over. The guy is over. He was just in the main event, all these things, and then they snub him later on as well. We'll talk about that in a second. So, and then I think they cut him off. So just like, yeah, LA Knight, he's officially buried. Like, I am convinced he's officially buried. He doesn't even get to be on TV for the entire world, and then later on they literally just don't invite him to the War Games. So the next matchup is the John Cena tournament, where we have Rusev versus Damian Priest. I was distracted during this match. I was trying to get my reaction video up on the Wrestlechop's Shorts channel, so I was distracted. I was listening, but I don't know. This match, I can't tell. I'm not going to judge it whether it was good or bad because I don't feel that I gave it enough attention to allow it. I did go back and watch it though for this review, and it was a good hard hitting affair. It was decent enough, good TV match, I guess. And Rusev though, surprisingly, Rusev basically won. I would say without cheating. Yes, he pokes him in the eye, and his eye is damaged from Aleister Black, and he kind of rakes him in the eye too, and the ref's kind of but for real, that then a Masha kick, boom, 1, 2, 3. I was very surprised. I thought Damian Priest would get involved, but he did not. And Rusev, he advances, and I think Rusev did this too. So I do like that everybody advancing is literally making it seem like they could be the guy trying to get heat. They could be the winner. So I like that from Rusev. What else do we have? My email, I lost my email that I put all my notes in. LA Knight's buried. CM Punk comes out. He's like, I'm not putting this title on the line to you, Logan Paul. You don't deserve it, but I am going to fight you. And so he calls out Logan Paul. Logan Paul comes out, and they have a little back and forth. And then then Paul Heyman comes out, and then the Brawns come out, and it's like, oh my God. I'm fine with Logan Paul being a part of the Vision. I really am. But I'm not fine with Braun Breaker not saying nothing. Bronson Reed just falling in line behind Logan Paul. Give me a freaking break. Give me a freaking break. I don't care if, I care that Seth Rollins got injured. I would not want him to be injured. But the fact is, he got injured. You don't replace him with Logan Paul. You replace him with Braun Breaker or Bronson Reed, but Braun Breaker, and then you put Logan Paul in. Logan Paul should be not the one that is the spotlight. Braun Breaker should literally be the one that's the spotlight. That's why in kayfabe, he destroyed Seth Rollins. I'm sure we'll talk more about that. But so they surround CM Punk, and then Jey Uso comes out to help. And so now they're surrounded. And then Cody Rhodes comes out and helps. And so it's like I said, they explained why Cody was there, but why is Cody helping in at all? It's like, oh, he's a babyface, he should help. Okay, well, what about LA Knight? Yeah. What about LA Knight? LA Knight's in the building, and LA Knight has literally been in this Vision vortex for 3 to 4 months. And he doesn't even get to come out and help? Like, what are we talking about here? Plus, we know this is going to be a 4-on-4, at least 4-on-4. Usually it's 5-on-5, but sometimes it can be 4-on-4. And so, someone put in the chat that I was like, oh, if it's going to be Brock Lesnar with the Vision, who would be opponent? Be on the other seat. It's going to be John Cena. I could see John Cena entering War Games too. John Cena maybe gets the pin on Brock to kind of pay back WrestlePalooza, hopefully. But yeah, LA Knight doesn't even come out for this to help. To mix it up with the Vision, who he's had a problem with, like, give me a break. And you might be like, oh well, LA Knight's in the tournament, so he can't. Yeah, he can. Jey Uso's also in the tournament. The same night he's facing the Miz, that LA Knight's facing a mystery opponent. So if Jey Uso can come out and join this War Games matchup, then so can LA Knight. Buried, and they do have a segment backstage where Punk says, I want to make this part of, and then he brings out Willie Regals, and Willie Regal says, War Games! And so, yeah, worst War Games build ever. I thought last year's women's War Games feud was, poorly built. This one's even worse. I do like this Raw, but those were, the two things I did not like. The burial of LA Knight and just Triple H and his enormous ego. He was like, I thought The Rock, I didn't think anybody could ever beat The Rock in his ego, but yeah, they're at least tied. But I think Triple H has the tortoise and the hare. Triple H is the tortoise and The Rock is the hare. They were having an ego race, and The Rock got a really big lead, but slowly but surely, Triple H's ego has won the race. I think Triple H's ego might be bigger than The Rock's. At least The Rock conquered WWE and Hollywood. He kind of deserves an ego on some levels if you think about it, but Triple H is just he's how does he fit in a room with a head that big? Anyways, where was I? So, yeah, War Games, horrible build. Shouldn't even have it. Stephanie Vaquer and Nikki, they come out, and I've always was like, why is this Nikki? Why is Nikki like her pal? Whatever. Then Stephanie beats Raquel. I really think Raquel should have won here. However, it does go in a good direction in my opinion as well. Decent match. I was a little distracted again, but from what I heard, what I understood, it was fine enough. And I get why Stephanie beat Raquel Rodriguez. I just really wish Raquel would have won. That's it. That said, Nikki Bella actually blindsides Stephanie afterwards, and we got evil Nikki Bella. So bonus there. Nikki Bella has not been clicking for me, but now that she's a heel, she's a really good heel. She is a very good heel. Not a good babyface. I didn't like her as a babyface back in 2010. Don't like her as a babyface in 2025. But as a heel, one of the best lines of all time. I wish you would have died in the womb, to her twin sister. So anyways, yeah, I'm really excited for that, for Nikki Bella to be a heel. Then we have pretty much, they announced some matches. It's going to be Gunther. Gunther returns to face Javon Evans. Poor Javon is going to die. I'm like, I think people misunderstood me in my chat when I was like, oh my God, Javon's going to die. He's going to get buried. I meant Gunther is literally going to kill him and then bury the body. Not professionally. Not like LA Knight's been buried. Javon Evans versus Gunther is going to be cool. If Javon wins, that's going to be akin to 1-2-3 Kid beating Razor Ramon back in the day, or Maven dropkicking Undertaker out of the Rumble, but I think Gunther will win. Either way, this is going to be a good matchup. If Gunther beats Javon, it'll be fine. That's a strong opponent to lose to, so like it'll just be more of a showcase for Javon. And then we have who was the, I forget who the other person was. It's a mystery match. They're keeping someone a mystery match. Did I write it down? Yeah, no, I don't have it. I can't remember who it was. It's I can't remember. I cannot remember right offhand, but they kept it a mystery. So one person they announced, and then they announced a mystery opponent. So I don't know who that's gonna be. I thought it would. I thought we were gonna do Joe Hendry for Smackdown because we didn't say his name, but the fact that they're keeping this one a mystery too, so it'll probably be Joe Hendry or Jeff Hardy or one of the two. Anyways, Joe Hendry. Okay, so then we had Sheamus versus Shinsuke Nakamura. Hard-hitting match, really cool. Just, just some older veterans, not old, but, veterans of the craft going at it. Decent match. Sheamus wins. Poor Shinsuke, he's the upper mid-card jobber, but, I guess someone has to do it. I don't know. I wish he had won the big one at least one time in his career. But either way, Sheamus wins, which is interesting now because what's the one belt that's always eluded Sheamus? Yep, the Intercontinental title. So, and John Cena now holds it. So, that would be kind of interesting. But again, I think it should go to someone else. Then again, what about Gunther? Gunther beats Javon Evans. Gunther gets the title that he made so famous. And if Gunther holds the Intercontinental Championship again, well, that keeps him out of that main event scene because, Gunther would just be like, I gotta bring prestige back to this. So, I don't know. A lot of potential right there. We go, I'm really trying to figure out who that other person is. Maybe I could no, I don't want to. I'm sorry. I'll figure it out later. The John Cena tournament, it just continues on. Then we have the main event, which is Asuka and Kairi, the Kabuki Warriors versus Charlotte and Alexa Bliss. This was a good match. There were some reversals that I really enjoyed, but good match. Eventually, the Bougie Bully and Nia Jax, they come out and they cost the Charlotte the victory. Charlotte and Alexa Bliss, and new tag team champions, the Kabuki Warriors. The Kabuki Warriors eventually size up the Lash Legend and Nia, and then they just agree to beat up Charlotte and Alexa Bliss. Then that brings out Io Sky. Io Sky comes out. She's a house on fire, but then she gets beat up. That brings out Rhea Ripley in a mask, just like last year. It's just really bad for Rhea Ripley's nose and face during Thanksgiving time. She comes out. They probably should have waited for Rhea to come next week so they could have had a bigger surprise, because Io could have been the surprise. Plus, why did they come out separate? Io and Rhea have been like attached at the hip for a while now, so it's weird that they came out separate. I understand why they did it, because they were trying to be like, they're trying to get stagger the pops, but just save Rhea for next week. Rhea could have been like, you know what? I saw you guys got beat up. It was 4-on-3. I saw you guys got beat up. So I don't care about my nose. I'll wear this mask. Let's go and fight. But no, they just rushed it a little too much. And yeah, so it's going to be, and then Rhea said War Games, so that's our matchup there. You got Lash Legend, Nia Jax, and the Kabuki Warriors versus Charlotte, Alexa, Io, and Rhea. Rhea should have waited to next week. Didn't ruin the show or anything. Overall, I'm going to give this show an 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The Triple H thing definitely downed it a point. It could be a 9. Maybe it would have been a 9 if I was a little more focused on the two matches that I kind of had to do some YouTube stuff on. So maybe it's a 9. Maybe it's a 9, but like definitely an 8. Definitely an 8. Very happy that John Cena is getting just like a good retirement tour. Just wish it wouldn't have happened so late in the game, but whatever. And yeah, Kabuki Warriors also just amazing stuff. Oh, there was a segment, Maxine Dupree did say, hey, you know what? I can train all day long, but let's do it next week, and I will challenge for the belt next week. And AJ Lee is returning next week, too, in Madison Square Garden. And she didn't say that part. She just said, I'll take the belt next week, the matchup against Becky. And Becky then blindsides her and says, let's go. Fine, whatever. And yeah, good luck, Maxine, because Becky is the best in the world. And that's not just me saying it. That's Sports Illustrated. All right, boys. All right, girls. Thank you very much. I appreciate every single one of you. Go leave a hot take, and I'll see you tomorrow. I got to work a long day tomorrow, so hot takes might be up a little late. We'll see. We'll see how early I can get up and if I can film it before the sun rises. See you, bye.